Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue on the Tri-Z, and we're going to mount the fenders, the seat, the carburetor, try to build an intake tube system, and go from there. So follow along. Alright guys, back on our Tri-Z. One of the first things that you can see that's changed since it was on the camera in the last video was bought these new tires. They're ITP. Oh goodness, I keep forgetting what the name of them was. Whole shot. They're 20 by 11 by 8. As much as I liked the looks of the other tires, they were old and dry rotted, so I was afraid that they weren't really going to last. And when you put this many new parts on the bike and you clean it up and you make it, pretty decent shape, you really don't want old junk tires on it. And those tires were cracked and stuff. So these are brand new. They still got the nipples on them and stuff. They're more along the lines of what you're supposed to have on an ATV anyway. So from here, we'll move on. I got the carb kit, and I installed that in the carburetor, and that was a 250R carb kit, so the jetting would be better than what it was with the CR125 jetting. And we're going to go ahead and mount that in today, and then I got to build an intake system that comes up here. I got to put it in the air box and stuff, and so we'll just start moving along. Okay, we're going to try to mount this carburetor up. I just finished heating up the boot. Maybe it'll make it soft enough. We can get this back in here. Alright. A little bit of a struggle, but got it in there. Go ahead and try to build this intake system. Okay, I had to warm this up to get it where I can stretch it. Hopefully. Alright, I got almost there. That should be it right there. Alright, we got that part. Now comes some of the stuff that you guys haven't seen yet. So, well, I think you've seen the fenders already. So let me go get the fenders. Alright, so there's our rear fenders. We've got to be able to clear the fender here and make a turn, come up this way. And then we have another obstacle to go around. You can see it's windy again. I don't know if I've ever said this on camera or not, but when I moved here they told me about the 4 seasons here, and spring and fall are not called spring and fall here, or autumn, however you want to call it. It's the spring is windy season, and fall is monsoon season. So here we are in the springtime. It's been windy pretty much every day for the last month or more. I think we've had a couple of days where it wasn't as bad, but practically every day we've had some fairly heavy winds. I'll leave the rest of this plastic on here for now. I'll take it off later. It's just too much trouble to do it on camera. Besides, right now is just fitting it in on here anyway. Okay, so now I've got to bring out the next part of the puzzle. Alright, this is our seat. Yes, it's a seat. But this is not just any seat. This is a high flight seat. Anybody that's somewhere close to my age, grew up in the 80s, will know what this seat is. Now, I don't remember for sure if you bought the pad and the cover and you used your own seat pan, or if you bought the whole seat as a unit, but this was a heck of an upgrade from the stock seat. Higher, and a lot of people had problems being, they felt like they were too low, their legs were cramped up. The other thing is the back is higher than the front. It pushes you up to like the pivot point of the bike, right over top of your pegs. It's a lot flatter, where the original seat comes down and like much lower, and the sides were more rounded off. And I think the foam in those were a little bit softer as well as this. But when I seen this, I had to have it. I knew I was going to get it. It just adds that much more to this project. So, and the price of it was not bad either. Prices on eBay for most OEM seats were in $250 to $350 range, and this seat come in right around $250. I think it was only like the second or third least expensive on eBay, and it's in great condition. I could not believe how good a shape it was in. So what I need is to have this, so I've got the space to know how much I can come up with my tube out of the carburetor, because it's got the tunnel built in to the seat pan. So got to come up from back here and up in this little area here, and then the air box is sitting here, and I got to get to it. So I bought some silicone elbows and some aluminum tubing, and we're going to see what we can do. So here's my first joint. What I've got is it's a 2 3/4 inch piece of aluminum pipe or tubing, and then 2 3/4 inch, and that's the outer diameter, and then 2 3/4 inch inner diameter silicone Okay, and this one here could be just round. When we come up here to get through from here into this area, we're going to have to flatten it out some, so the tubing and the sleeves will have to become oval shaped. Okay, so here's our air box. This is the filter I'm going to use in. It's just a uni filter, 2-stage. I'm thinking something like this. It's hard to see, but I got nearly a straight shot with a piece of tube about this long, maybe. Which is good. As long as I can smash it down to the oval shape that's going to be required. Alright, so here's my first attempt. Put it in my press, piece of wood on either side, squeezed it down, made sure that it was fairly straight. So, move this up a little bit. Looks pretty decent so far, what I can tell. Okay, let's see if the seat fits in place over top of that. Alright, just got to turn that just a little bit to flatten it back out. I think I got this side just a little bit too high. I just got to twist the whole thing. I don't know if that'll work or not. I got to put my clamps on these, and I probably will paint this black, kind of match the engine and everything. That aluminum scratches real easy, so when I was cutting it and everything, it was getting scrapes all over it. So I'll probably go back and paint that. You see how that kind of worked out? That tunneling under the seat almost mirrors this, so I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Okay, so what I'm doing now is getting ready to feed this back in. I cut this off considerably, and I've cut another little piece of the aluminum tubing, and they're just going to fit together like that once I get everything moved or put inside the box. Okay, I smashed it into a slight oval. Not as much as this oval, but a slight oval. So this will fit through there hopefully, and it'll all go together. Okay, and that's a little bit more. That should be more than enough this time. All right. That should be really good. I get all my holes lined up. Now I don't have a lid for this, it'll just be an open top. But since this is one of the highest spots on the bike, it's less likely to get wet there. And there are some holes down here, but I don't think it'll be that big of a deal either. This is still very high. So I'm okay with that. I'm pleased with that. That's about as good as what I could expect with me, my skill set doing. So like I said, I have this. It's I think it's the original. The shape it's in, it probably is. Looks like everything else in this bike was in very good shape when I got it. This will at least keep some of the debris and if it rains or anything, we'll keep that out. At least until I get the other one ordered. Oh. Not sitting down as well as what it would if it had the grommets in it. The grommets are missing. There we go. I still got to put the fenders, attach them to the stays. As you can see, I mean it's, other than I don't have an exhaust pipe on it yet. Still working on that. But there's what that tube looks like up close. You can see it goes into the air box. There is on the original air box, or on the original intake tube, that air box has a coupler and they fit together. Now you can see, like I said, the hoses, these aren't the right sizes. I got to get some different stuff, but that's not a big deal. So, one more look at it. Alright, now we're going to put new radiators on it. And the manifold and everything that goes in here. So first we're going to start with this left side, and we'll move our way over to the right side. I may have to take this loose to get some of these hoses hooked up, but these are replacements from GPI Rad. Okay, got them. We'll come back. We had all the hoses and stuff mounted, put in place, and we'll go from there. Alright, since the last time I showed this early in the video, I finished up all the hoses to the radiator, manifold in place for the thermostat, and I mounted the exhaust. The only thing I haven't done is tighten up this last screw. There we go. So now we're kind of at a standstill. Of course, I got to reinstall my air intake and air box and stuff, but I'm waiting for a new cover, new side scoops, and an aftermarket silencer. So we're going to call that the end of this video, and I appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, give me a thumbs up button, give me a like, however. Check out my Patreon page if you haven't already. And I'll be off for this one. I'll see you in the next one.